Okay, we're live. Yay! Thank
Yay!
you, Louisa, for joining me live.
It's a
Impromptu
pleasure.
live stream with Louisa and her new
Yeah.
swishy hair. So
Yeah.
look at you. Look like a princess. If only Cleaver could see you now. Like you're looking
Ah,
very Meghan Sparkle today.
I know. I know. I just need my Coke bottle now as well with my name on it. Megan.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So I want to kick us off by I asked you yesterday if we could do a chat to talk about your travel experiences since becoming a member of our travel platform. And you were like, of course, you know that I've saved and all the things. So before we get into that, because I know you have, I would love you to describe what happened when you first heard about the travel club, because I know you weren't somebody who was like, oh my gosh, yes, this sounds great, I want in.
Yeah.
Tell
I mean,
talk about that.
so so it was only because I'd had my fingers burnt before in a previous travel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't want to say any more than that. I mean, because travel is such a massive thing for me. What I wanted was a way to be able to have amazing experiences with my family and not bankrupt myself in the process.
Mm.
I'm a big fan of going to places and doing amazing things, and also not doing it um you know on I want to say not on a budget. What I mean by that was I like my creature comforts.
Mhm.
I like going to really really nice places, and so if I can if I can do that for a lot less, then count me in. And really, with the previous thing, that's what I thought I was getting,
Mhm.
and it wasn't. And so when when you introduced me to this, I just thought, okay, well, this I'm sure it's great. All right, let's have a look, and let's dip a toe in, and let's see where we go from here, kind of thing. And so I joined, and my first booking was just one night in Reading, of all places.
I remember that.
For my friends, well, yeah, it was for my friend's 50th birthday, and I saved on that. I saved a decent amount too. Um, but the more I looked into it, and the more I sort of experimented with it, the more I wanted to use it. And so thereafter, um, that was when you and I ended up going to Toulouse and had savings on that. But I mean, that was a whole amazing experience anyway, where we got to meet so many incredible people who have made a business out of this, and who have changed their lives in a way that is just unfathomable to so many people, but yet so within reach. These One of the things that I loved about these people was the fact that they would make it abundantly clear that they were no different to us, no
Mm.
different to anyone sitting in the audience, and that if they wanted this kind of lifestyle and this kind of change, that it was available to them. And
Mhm.
that inspired me enormously. But I mean, that's just one side of it. As far as the travel was concerned, my dream has always been, like, from the age of 10, to go to Hawaii. That has been my thing. All my children have known from the day they were born, virtually, that mummy wants to go to Hawaii, and that's her big dream. And like my daughter, my eldest daughter, who's 24 now, she even did a picture of me doing hula and say
Love it.
mummy in Hawaii. And she did that when she was 10 years old. She did a drawing of that.
Aw.
And then the summer after we went to Toulouse, I was thinking to myself, right, or was it that summer? in any case, I
Yeah,
thought
that
to
summer.
myself, right,
Yeah.
it was that summer. It was that summer. I'd made a decision that I was going to make it happen, that I was going to go onto the platform, see what I could find, see what I could do with it. And I realized that I could do it. And actually even thinking about that makes me emotional, because it was such a massive thing on so many levels, to realize that this was something that I could actually do, and I could make one of my biggest dreams of all time come true.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Wow.
it was awesome. Awesome. So yeah, I remembered I made the decision to do it the previous summer, and then October we went to Toulouse, and then the following year I took my family. We went to Oahu for 5 days, then across to the Big Island for 5 days, and then back to Honolulu for 4 days. And it was just supposed to be a really kind of eclectic experience, something for everyone, because there was my parents and my 4 children, so there were 7 of us on this trip. So it was no like little tiny thing. I mean, it was a proper undertaking to organize it all.
Yeah.
But doing it on that platform made it so ridiculously easy, because I was able to book all 3 hotels that we were going to, and I was able to book all of the transfers to and from the airport, and also all of the activities as well. And not only did I save on all of those, but I got a heap of travel credits back for it all as well,
Oh my
which has
goodness.
had a knock-on effect, because I'm going to Las Vegas with my daughter in September. And because I got so many travel credits, we have an entire day of activities for free. For free.
Wow.
Yeah. So we're going to the Grand Canyon for the day with food included, skywalk, transfers, the lot, all
Wow.
for zero.
I love that so much. Oh my god, this is what I'm finding, is that the more we use the platform, the more the platform like amazes me. It's like everything stacks up.
Yeah, it
Keep
really
stacking.
does. It really does. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it
Amazing.
is, as they say, the gift that keeps on giving. It
It
really
really
is.
is.
And actually, I have to point out as well that because I was the biggest saver in Travel Advantage in that
Yeah.
period, I was given $100 worth of travel credits.
I
So
forgot
they gave me money for
that.
saving with them on their platform. Where else does this happen? Where does this happen?
That's so
It's
amazing. I've forgotten this.
ludicrous.
Yeah, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wow. Okay. Well, let's talk about the savings. So, Hawaii, you obviously went and had the dream bucket list trip to Hawaii. How much
Yep,
money did you save? Do you know?
I do. So I saved $5,000, which equates to just over £4,200.
Wow. That
Yeah,
is not little money.
no, no, it's really not little money.
Incredible. Oh
So
my goodness.
super grateful for that. Super
Hmm.
grateful.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was seamless.
Mm.
Everything was so perfect. And actually, even when we got to our second hotel, we got an unexpected upgrade. And actually, even on the third, I was supposed to get a city view room, but instead I got a partial ocean view. So
Mm.
I actually could see both sides. I had the city on one side and I had the Waikiki beach on the other. It's like,
Wow.
what is happening right now?
Honestly, I keep describing it like travel magic, and it really is. And like my experience has been that I'm hesitant to say this, but my experience has been that room allocation is very favorable for the members of our travel platform on all their bookings. And that is a big deal. Like if you book through any of the booking platforms that we all would typically be using if we didn't have a membership like this in our pockets, you don't get prioritized like that for your room allocation. So that is an amazing, amazing thing that we have. That is a big deal.
Yeah,
It's
it
all a big
is.
deal.
Yeah. And actually that's not the only time it's happened to me either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about Jamaica. So obviously we were
Mhm.
just in Jamaica together.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So essentially, so I was joining you on retreat in Jamaica, but I had to get there the day before the retreat started because of how the flight times worked out and everything. And so I had to spend the first night in a hotel in Montego Bay. And so I arrived there with another retreat attendee. We booked the same hotel because we were on the same flight. And we arrived at the main reception, and the lady looked up our booking or my booking. She, and actually, this is the funny thing, is that she booked the same hotel, but obviously she was on a different booking number and everything else. But we both got there and she looked at our bookings and she said, oh no, this is a very special reservation.
Wow.
So we're going to have to take you to the preferred reception because you have had an upgrade. And we're like, oh yeah. Like I like the sound of special reservation and preferred reception.
Yes,
So
please.
she took us to, oh, absolutely. So, I mean, we didn't know what was going on. I mean, and I said, bearing in mind that we made two separate bookings, but obviously from the same platform.
Yeah.
So, obviously it was no accident that we were both upgraded.
Yeah.
And so off we went to the preferred area, and we had the most beautiful, beautiful rooms. There was a hot tub outside, a gorgeous jacuzzi inside with the shutter. I mean, it was just magic. Ocean view, like the whole works. It was
I
just
love
magic.
it.
Yeah,
I love it
was
so
gorgeous.
much. I love hearing these stories because it's like little touches like that they make such a difference when we're traveling. Like when you arrive somewhere, especially long haul, when you arrive somewhere, or maybe even short haul, if you're traveling with kids or, you've got any kind of issue going on other than just like everything's tickety boo, then it's so nice to arrive to a welcome like that. So it's really amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
So you obviously now, I don't even know how long you've been a member for. I guess about a year must be.
It's just over, a smidge over. So I joined in June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, got it. Okay. And so if you were describing this to somebody else, you're describing this to like a friend and they were talking about travel, what would you be saying to them about it?
Oh my gosh. The thing is, I wouldn't even know where to start.
No.
Because there's because there's so much in there, and I would end up overwhelming them with all the things.
Yep.
So because this is so much more than a booking platform where you can get luxury experiences for a fraction of the price.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much more than that.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole community attached to it. There are life experiences to be had. I'm going to be going on a life experience to Dubai in October with my son's girlfriend, who is also on the platform. And but I mean, this brings people together.
Yeah.
I mean, under no other circumstances would I think to turn to my son's girlfriend, who I have a great relationship with anyway, and just say, hey, should we go on this life experience to Dubai? And she's like, hell yeah, let's go. You know, so it does, it brings people together
Mm,
in these most beautiful experiences. The itineraries on these life experiences are just fantastic. I mean, they do vary, of course, but you know, for the ones that I've been looking at, the itineraries are fabulous. So you have
so good.
those, the lifestyle mall, which I've bought. I bought my beautiful pair of sunnies from there, and I've just recently bought this perfume, which under no circumstances would I have bought otherwise, because it's spenny. It's a pretty spenny perfume, but of course I can use my loyalty points.
Mm,
So not only is it reduced in price anyway, but I can put loyalty points against it to make it even cheaper.
wow.
So all the luxury all the time. You know,
All the
if
I
that's
love
what you're
that.
looking
Yes.
for, yeah, yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
Like, just to put this in a nutshell is virtually impossible.
yeah. I agree. This is the problem I'm having. Anytime anybody's like, "Can you tell me what it is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I've got this video." And they're like, "I don't really want to watch a video that's like half an hour or more." I'm like, "I know, but I don't know how to tell you in less time because there's so many things." And I was just on a call before and I was like, "The problem is they keep adding more things. So I'm not going to get any
Yeah.
quicker at explaining it. It's just going to keep on taking more
No.
time." Ah, it's a good problem to have. It's a good problem to have.
It is. It is. If you're in it. Hang on.
Yes.
I'm on a live at the moment, my love. I don't, my love.
Summer
Sorry.
holidays.
Portable chargers. No, just plug it into the wall. What's wrong with you?
Of course, that's so funny, isn't it? Yes, my goodness. Okay, oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Louisa, so much for popping in to chat about your experience of it. I feel like, you know, I do a lot of talking about the platform, as you well know, and I feel like it's so important that we get to hear about it from lots of different people, because this is not a case of like, I found how to make something work for me. This is the thing that anybody can use this. You don't need to have any training. You're going to get all the benefits as soon as you join. You don't have to jump through any hoops or, you know, try and shoehorn things together to make it work. It is a platform that is really built for its users, and everything you've just described, like you've used it more extensively even than I have. I've never bought from the Lifestyle Mall. I've never used transfers. I have booked an activity. I'm a bit of a one that just turns up at the airport and calls an Uber. So you have much more experience of actually using it and trialing these things. And so it's so cool to, yeah, to just hear you talk about it and the way it rolls up, like taking your family on a bucket list trip, which results in all enough travel credits so you can go on another trip and have another bucket list adventure for free, is like,
Yeah,
oh my goodness. I mean, it just keeps getting
I
better and
know.
better. And I don't know how we convey this to people without it just sounding like it's too good to be true. So that's my
I
problem
know.
right
Oh,
now.
and that's the other thing, is that I got a hire car as well when I was on the Big Island. So I have done I think pretty much
Oh,
everything you could possibly do, which is the easiest thing in the world. There were other people next to me who were filling in all the paperwork and doing all the things, and I just went in and said, "Oh, here's my booking," and they said, "Oh, just go and pick a car." Cool, off we go then.
oh, wow. That is amazing
Easiest thing
because,
in the world.
yes, that is amazing because especially lots of these airports in big international hubs, you can be waiting hours to pick up a car hire. So that's really good to know. Wow.
Yeah,
Ooh,
no,
see,
there
every
was
time
none
I
of
talk
that.
about it, there's something new.
I know, it's amazing. No, we just hopped on a bus over to Alamo, which is where we got our thing from, our car from, and just, yeah, hopped in our massive, like, little minibus thing, and off we trundled.
I love it.
Driving to the north of the island. But yeah, no, it was awesome. All of it seamless, all of it fantastic.
Wow. Amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Louisa. It's so cool to come on here and yeah, hear I've heard you talk about it, but to be able to actually share this and yeah, talk about it in more detail is very generous of you to share your new swishy hair with us and some of your afternoons. So thank you so much.
Absolute pleasure. Anytime.
Thank you. All right, bye for now.